Hi, I'm Marvelous, and this is,
Quando.
and this.
Royal. We're going to be reviewing Superman 2025 by James Gunn. What's your initial thoughts, man? Okay.
It was fantastic, I gotta say, super fantastic.
Super fantastic. Well, I gotta say, man, it was really exciting to go see the movie with you guys. Well, let's start digging in. What would you guys say? What would you guys say surprised you about the movie? Like just right off the bat, opening scene. What started flooding in? Like what were your expectations in the movie? Like who are you looking to see? Like what villains? What
That's
superheroes?
a lot of questions you got going.
I mean, let's just get it flowing, man.
I was just gonna see how long it'd go for.
I was like, what question do you want to say?
So, 1A.
Yeah, 1A.
Which is something that's actually in the movie, if you... So...
Or start at the beginning. Like, ask him, like, what did you think of the opening?
Yeah. What did you guys think of the opening?
It was awesome. I liked that it just was quick world building, and it had repetitive of threes. You know, like 300 years ago this happened, 30 years ago, 3 years ago, 30 minutes ago or something like that, or 3 minutes ago. I don't remember, but that was really cool and just gave us like a quick timeline of events that like led up to this movie.
Yeah, I think, sometimes it gets pushed back if of dialogue on screen, too much exposition, show don't tell stuff, but I think it was presented in such a way that it was interesting and funny and brought you right up to speed. I think it was very efficient in what it was trying to do. It didn't, what do you want? 30 movies to get us to this point, or 30 seconds of fun dialogue on the screen?
That was cool.
And the opening itself, with him being dragged to the fortress, is a really unique opening. I never would have thought that was the opening from the trailers. I thought it was in the middle of the movie where we'd see that scene. So it was a fun time. I was really enjoying the opening.
All right.
What did you think?
I really liked it. I figured that they wanted to put more nostalgia back into the Superman movie versus the 2010 one, where it was kind of just like all go and no nostalgia. There's no addition back into like what Superman really is.
Yeah.
There's no direct personal connection with Superman. Like with this movie, there was more of a connection. There was more of a basis. There was a ton of Easter eggs in the movie.
That's true.
I personally think that the 2025 version of Superman was a lot better than
Man of Steel?
Than Man of Steel.
Yeah.
I don't know, what's your thoughts on it, Royal? On the 20
Definitely better than Man of Steel, not the dog on everybody dogs on Man of Steel, but it deserves to be dogged on. It was just it was a realistic take, more Elseworlds type of take, like what if, everything in the universe was a little bit tweaked, it wasn't really faithful to the comics or to anything that came before. So it had such an Elseworlds feel, but this 2025 felt like Superman.
Yes.
The second he plopped down, and every second after, it was just nothing but, this is Superman. This is DC. It was just fun.
So you felt like there was more of a connection with the 2025 Superman movie than Man of Steel?
Oh yeah, I like the character better, just the character of Superman.
Yep.
What was your favorite character?
Oof. Superman.
And I was gonna say, if Superman, what was your favorite?
Okay. Side character.
Yeah, side character.
Yeah.
Or
I mean, if you're counting animals, you gotta say Crypto. Crypto was amazing. There was a lot of great side characters in this. Basically, every character, even if they just had like a little tiny bit of character development or screen time, they were interesting enough to want you to see more of those characters, and that was a really cool thing. And they all kind of got their own time to shine a little bit. And yeah, just like what was Royal was saying, it was a bright, hopeful Superman, and that's like that's kind of what the world needed. And I was worried that this movie wasn't gonna do well because some people were kind of just done with DC after the, almost pretty much all the movies in 2023 bombed at the box office. This is doing really well, and that's cool to see.
Yeah, I mean, I've been an avid DC fan my whole life. I've been only DC. Not that I don't like Marvel, I just don't like watch it as much. So I have always loved DC, and it's been such a pain to just see all the movies in the past decade have been just flops. Most of them, some good, but mostly flops. And this really, I was nervous going in, thinking, what if people don't like it? What if it's not that great a movie? But from what I've seen, and I surely like it, it definitely put a good foot in the door for DC to come back after the last 10 years. So I'm excited for whatever, anything, any other DC project.
Me too. I really liked Henry Cavill's version of Superman as well. But like Royal was saying, it was more like an Elseworlds interpretation. It wasn't like the bright, hopeful Superman that like I now really love, even though I've always kind of been a Superman and DC fan, more than kind of. I've always been a DC fan. But I didn't like what happened to Henry Cavill in real life, how they just like rehired him, teased that he was coming back, and then took that away a couple weeks later. That was just kind of a Warner Brothers and DC not really thinking, because at the same time they were doing that, they also hired James Gunn on to write a Superman movie, and I don't think it was one with Henry Cavill. So it was just really bad timing and not good communication that led to that. But I loved David Cornswet as Superman. He was great.
Oh gosh, oh yeah, the whole cast was really spot on. Casting, and then obviously acting as well. Who was your favorite character to watch?
Probably Mr. T.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he was pretty fun.
But I gotta say though, like, it was either between him or Lois, because Lois actually had much more of a role to play in this Superman, which correct me if I'm wrong, but I think Lois plays a little bit more of a role in the comics than in Man of Steel, which it was
for sure.
It was beautifully executed.
Yes, she was a huge part of this movie, and it was really cool.
Sure. So we'll go over what our favorite scenes are, so we can get into more spoiler stuff, because we haven't really touched on like specific plots.
Yes.
So like what scene was your favorite part of this?
So this was massive spoiler warning. If you haven't seen the movie, please go watch it and then come back if you're interested in hearing the rest of our thoughts. My favorite was definitely just like kind of a middle of the movie scene. It wasn't like a giant end battle or anything like that. There was a battle in it, but it wasn't the main focus of it.
Foreshadowing.
Yes. But it was like the scene where they were like fighting a giant, like I think they called him a space imp, in the background, Green Lantern, the Justice Gang, Green Lantern, Hawkgirl, and Mr. Terrific. And and that was just really hilarious as they were just having like a calm conversation, and then Lois is just like, were you just out there helping them? And he's just like, no, that's like a fifth dimensional imp or something like that. They got that handled. And you just saw the fight progress and like what the outcome of that, as they were just having like this calm but meaningful and like really awesome conversation.
Really shows the world building too, like just to instantly just throw like, it's just a dimensional imp. I'm looking for the dog. I can't be bothered right now. Just such a way to. Well, it must be common enough for him to not care too much. It feels like the comics. It feels like the comics. Like, oh yeah, the other heroes can do that, then Superman could be doing something else. There's always things going on in this universe. And it was it just felt like a DC universe.
Absolutely. James Gunn did actually confirm that imp wasn't Mr. Mxyzptlk or Batmite. So he teased Batmite in Peacemaker Season 1. So we're probably going to see those characters down the line, but he said those are like multiversal threats, which is kind of crazy because Batmite's like a Batman fanboy, but he's also like a multiversal villain threat, which is kind of funny, but yeah. We're probably going to see those guys eventually.
What was your favorite?
In terms of what?
Which scene?
Which scene? I would have to say going into the like the pocket universe.
For the first time with Superman and Lex, or with Mr. Terrific and Lois?
With Mr. Terrific and Lois, because there was a bunch more going on.
Yeah.
True. Yeah, there was
There's a
way
lot
more going
going
on
on
the
there.
second time. Then.
Yeah, because you could see the rift and spoiler rift that was going on. I gotta say that like my favorite part of all that was Superdog taking Superman out of the black hole.
Yeah.
That was pretty cool.
Yeah, he was like trying to, and then
like the dog just didn't want to.
Oh yeah.
Because he just didn't know what was going on. He's just like, oh, he's just playing. He's just playing.
He just licked the baby Joey's face.
Right.
That was hilarious.
Or I'd have to say when we all find out that like Superdog, he was just
Crypto.
Yeah, Crypto was just he was just dog sitting Crypto.
Yeah.
Everybody's
That was awesome.
like, and my initial thought was like, Superman has a dog. Like, how does this work?
True.
And then get to the end of the movie and just like, oh yeah, I've just been dog sitting this whole time.
And that was actually perfect because they set that up because he said it was more of a foster situation
Hostage,
during that scene with like the imp in the background.
And I was wondering what exactly that meant.
Yeah, it was such
like
like a small tease that when they showed it at the end and paid that off, that was really cool.
Right.
Perfect introduction.
And then jumping ahead to like Supergirl, where Supergirl is apparently the owner of the dog, and she's been off world and stuff. Didn't expect that for one thing. I had been following this movie for quite a while, but didn't catch that Supergirl was actually going to be in the movie.
And who played Supergirl?
Her
Millie.
Actress. Millie something. She was in House of the Dragon, but I can't remember her last name. But I think she's going to be a really good Supergirl. She's got the looks for it. So
yeah, she's going to be great. Super excited for that movie too.
Right.
So
and I was wondering about that. I like that it answered that question because with Crypto, there's always questions, and Supergirl, there's always questions about what exactly their origins are. Like, did they arrive with Clark, but then Crypto would be like 30 years old if he arrived with Clark? Did he arrive later, but why would they send the dog in their own rocket? But then now it's pretty clear, at least from my point of view, that Crypto must have been sent with Supergirl in her pod, which probably arrived on Earth a few months ago to a few years ago, however long she's been on Earth.
But then yet again, that also begs the question because Superman's plan was blown up as he was leaving 30 years ago.
Yeah, but in a lot of Supergirl stories, her pod gets knocked off course and she's in some frozen state,
time vortex,
time stopping state until she eventually.
That's why she's younger than Superman.
That's why she's younger,
even though she was like 9 years old or something in the comics. Even though she was like 9 years old or something like that when Krypton blew up.
I imagine they're gonna take that side because I genuinely thought that right as when I learned that Crypto was gonna be in the movie. I thought, well, but then where did he come from? Because there's a lot of different ways you could do it, but she most likely now just came with Supergirl. Yeah, and it's her pet apparently, so he must have been on Krypton with her.
What was your favorite scene?
My favorite scene was the fight with the kaiju that grows.
Yeah, that was amazing.
Not because necessarily just I like the big action scene, but just it was just such a DC thing, such a Superman comic booky thing. No hold punch, just
no holds barred.
Or like it didn't pull the punch is what I mean, like in terms of being silly and goofy.
Yeah.
Just an alien that grows and now it's a big kaiju and Superman's got to stop it. It felt like watching Justice League Unlimited or Superman the Animated Series. It just felt fun.
I have seen the movie 5 times now. It's been out for 3 weeks.
Including a few hours ago.
Yes, right.
Yeah.
I was late to this because I watched it another time with another friend.
For the 5th time. This is the 5th time.
Yeah, this is.
He has a problem. He has an obsession.
Yes. Okay.
It's between movies and lamps. Okay, audience. Movies and lamps. There's never enough lighting. But I gotta say though, to add to all of this, what would make a good sequel? What would bring you back for a sequel?
Marvelous.
It being announced.
Yeah, what would make you go to a sequel movie? There being a sequel movie.
Yeah.
What would you want to see
Yes.
out of the
Okay.
sequel? Okay, we should probably go over what happens with the first one. First one's about Lex Luthor. Lex Luthor is the main villain. He tries to kill Superman in a pocket dimension, but Lois and Mr. Terrific try to save him. What's the big climax of the movie? I forgot.
I've now seen it 5
it's
times.
just-
One was today.
Oh, it's just him. Oh, it's just the rift opening. That's right.
Yeah,
the rift,
Yes. Okay. Yeah.
The rift opens from the pocket dimension, about to swallow the whole city, and Superman has to stop that, and has to stop
A war that's going on.
that's going on across the country or across the world.
That's masked as a civil war, but it's not. It's actually a genocide.
Right.
Yeah.
And he manages to do them both with the help of the Justice Gang, which I can only assume will one day become the Justice League. With the Hall of Justice, that was another fun thing to see. I loved the design of the hall. It looked very much like what I picture in my head and what I've seen from my favorite interpretations in the comics and other movies and shows. Really excited about that. But yeah, that was the plot of the first movie. So what would you want? What would be like a good villain for the second movie, Marvin?
I think I definitely Brainiac or Lobo. We're getting a little bit of Lobo. I don't know how much he's going to be in Supergirl. But they tease that he's going to be in it. But I do hope that that's not his only appearance. I hope that we get to see him in an actual Superman movie too. That would be awesome. Or Brainiac. I mean, there needs to be a live action version of Brainiac done right in a Superman movie at some point. And definitely would like to see those two.
Right. I would like to see, definitely not Zod. We don't need to see Zod.
Yeah.
We've already got the big twist of the movie was that Kal-El's parents were actually not so altruistic when they sent him here. It was more to that kind of repopulate Krypton and stuff. Which, how do you feel about that? I guess we're going to backtrack to that.
When I first heard it, I thought it was altered by him, but then the more I thought about it, and the movie actually ends, and it's still it's not altered. It was what they actually said in the message that they sent with him that was damaged, and he didn't get to hear the rest of it.
I'd say I like the fact that he found his own way, and he took his own initiative. He took the message, and he took the first part of the message because the rest of the message was actually gone. So he did the best that he could for the people that he had.
And based on the message, though.
That's
what I think is kind of interesting. I'm not sure how I feel about it because I've always been in the camp and seen in other interpretations that's Superman's parents from Krypton have always been good people too.
Yeah.
But I really do appreciate what James is doing because one of the biggest criticisms of Man of Steel is that they don't focus on Ma and Pa Kent. That's why Superman is the way he is.
Yeah.
And even in almost every other Superman depiction, if Superman's Krypton parents are good people, then it kind of makes it wishy-washy. Then why is Superman a good person? Is it nature? His parents were good, biologicals, then he's good. Or is it nurture? Is his foster family are good, so now he's good.
Yes.
And it really, in this Superman movie, really said, nope, it is because of his Earth parents.
Yeah.
And in fact, his Kryptonian parents were actually evil, or partly evil, or whatever.
Yes.
So it's wow, it's definitely I like how much spotlight Ma and Pa
Yes.
Kent got on, but I'm just not used to seeing Jor-El. Yeah, that's his name. Jor-El be, kind of a bad person.
Yes, it was completely an unexpected twist that I think made the movie better, especially upon rewatch. It's just something that makes you think and like decide. It's like it could be a controversial thing. Like, did I like that or not? But because the way the ending wrapped it up so perfectly with like "I'm a punk rocker, yes I am" song, and like he finds it soothing, and he has like
A collage
a
of
collage of his
his adoptive parents.
instead of the
Right. Yeah.
instead of the hologram of the message of his like biological parents that he had at the beginning, which he found soothing until he knows the full message. You know?
Because, wouldn't you do the same thing if you were, adopted, or if you just had a vision of your family in your head?
Yeah.
And it gave you comfort to think of your family in a certain way. Like you would think of them in that way if you knew no better. But then when you learned, you would change. And at the start of the movie, I was actually a little bit worried, because I knew James Gunn, from everything that I'd seen, he was supposed to understand Superman really well. Like everybody was like, "Oh, James Gunn will nail Superman."
Yeah.
And then at the beginning of the movie, Superman's so obsessed with his Kryptonian parents and heritage. I'm like, I mean, okay, whatever. He's a few years in. That's fine if he's super interested. But it's like, well, where's Ma and Pa? And well, that was the whole point. It was to change it by the end, not just to show the status quo, but to change it completely by the end and have him realize where his true goodness comes from.
Yeah.
It was really cool.
You are who you choose to be type thing, which is like goes back to the Iron Giant message, and that message was inspired by Superman, so that makes that movie even better.
Right.
And that was already one of my favorite movies, so that's pretty cool.
Right. To go on to probably then now back to like the sequel and stuff.
Yes.
I do have this one prediction that popped in my head that I should say before I forget. I bet his costume will change for the sequel. And you might be thinking, well, every costume changes between sequels.
Yeah.
But I think it'll be like a narrative choice, because the first costume has his Kryptonian S.
Yeah.
The very, very, like, it's Kryptonian. It's not from Earth. It's a very special design S. And same with the suit. It's clearly Kryptonian. I bet in season 2, in the sequel,
Yeah.
if there is one, or if he shows up again, that costume will be changed, because he's kind of rejecting his Kryptonian heritage now, and he's saying, well, no, it's my human parents that make me me. I think he's gonna have the standard S, like
That'd be cool.
like
Yeah.
in English font,
Yeah.
if I, lack of a better way to put it, and a more Earth, or more clearly made on Earth suit.
Yes.
I think that's my prediction for the second movie in terms of his suit. What other prediction do you think for his second movie?
Well, I don't know if this will happen in the second movie or when it will happen, but one theory I have is that 100% Ultraman is not dead. He now is not controlled by Lex, and he's said it himself, he's pretty much a dumber version of Superman. So, he already doesn't have the brains. He's not controlled now, so his mind's even more messed up. He went through a black hole, so he's going to be teleported somewhere. If he survives, he's Superman, so he's going to survive. That could severely damage him and make him look like Bizarro, and he could come back as Bizarro in a future thing.
100%.
Yeah.
100%. I was thinking that as soon as they ripped off the cowl and it was Superman,
Yeah.
my mind immediately went to, oh, well, it's Bizarro.
Yeah.
Especially since it's a clone made by Lex. The name Ultraman is a little bit weird, because Ultraman's another character in comics who's a Superman kind of
Yeah.
clone. Not a clone, but Superman from an alternate universe.
Yes.
But this being a clone, 100%. Gonna be good.
Yeah. And one crazy thing related to that is that David Corn Sweat played Superman, he played Clark Kent, he played Ultraman, he played the Hammer of Baravia, or I think that's how you say that
Baravia?
country. Baravia, yes. and then technically a clone of Superman, so that's 5 already. And then if he plays Bizarro, that's 6. So like 6 different. I mean, it's 2 characters, but it could be like 6 different alter egos, and that's pretty crazy.
He's gonna Mike Myers this thing.
Yes.
My other prediction, when we were talking about villains, so I'll get back to the villains. I definitely agree with you. Brainiac is one that I want to see. I think that James Gunn could do that really well,
Yes.
seeing what he did with Lex.
And Guardians, he's great at sci-fi.
Great, yeah, exactly. Great at sci-fi. I have seen the Guardians movies.
Yes.
I love them. I really want to see Brainiac. His design, I'm interested in seeing if he's going to keep it super comic booky and like in the 40s design, or well, whenever Brainiac was debuted, or is he going to do more robots? Or I'm hoping it's not going to be an Ultron, right, from Marvel. I'm hoping it's not going to be an Ultron-looking robot, because we've already got that in Marvel. I think having him look a little more organic would be better. Other villains.
One, while you're thinking, I'm going to say one more thing. Speaking of sequels, they have announced that they're considering doing like spin-offs for Mr. Terrific, and he was a highlight, and Jimmy Olsen. That doesn't mean they're going to, that means they're considering it and looking into it. But the Jimmy Olsen concept is like he'd introduce new villains in each one, so it'd be like an anthology. And Jimmy Olsen was so funny. If they figured out a way to make that work, that would be pretty awesome. And the funny thing is, he actually had a comic series.
Yes.
And it was called like Superman's Best Friend, Jimmy Olsen.
Superman's best pal.
Yes.
Yep.
And Darkseid, the biggest villain in all of DC, was introduced in a Jimmy Olsen comic. So if he's introduced in this universe in a Jimmy Olsen show, and other villains too, that would be amazing.
I would find that really satisfying.
Yes.
I think it would be very fitting. James Gunn type of universe. Very silly, very comic booky. So what better way than to do what the comics did and introduce Darkseid in a Jimmy Olsen.
And then
I hope they do that, Jimmy Olsen.
Me too.
Might as well at this point. So.
He did say he's already writing or starting concepts for Superman sequel, but it's not going to be a direct sequel, and it's not going to be a World's Finest movie, so it's not going to be a Batman and Superman movie like Batman v Superman, which I think is really smart. They don't want to do the exact same start of a universe that the DCEU did. What character, if it's just like a duo, would you like to see him team up with? You guys.
Team up with, if it's just a duo.
Or if it's more than a duo, like
a small team.
Yeah.
So like more of a Justice League kind of a trend.
But I feel like that's.
But I don't think that they would
though.
do it though. I don't think that they would do that.
Not yet.
Not yet. If I did get to see, obviously I wish it was Batman, but right, you said it's probably not going to be Batman. We already got to see Superman and Mr. Terrific together. I don't think that's necessary. And, like, I loved Mr. Terrific in the movie.
Yeah.
Hope he gets his own spin-off.
Honestly, it's probably going to be Superman and Supergirl.
That's probably what it will be.
That'd be cool.
But if I had to choose, I'd probably say that it'd be pretty cool to see like a Green Lantern, Wonder Woman, and Superman kind of a collage.
I'd like to see, now that I think about it, Martian Manhunter and Superman.
Oh, that would be
a cool movie.
Yeah.
If you're not gonna do Batman, you could do Martian Manhunter because he can bring that straight man type of, but he's not brooding, but he's more of a reserved character.
Speaking of Martian Manhunter, if you haven't seen him, he's in like the Justice League animated cartoons. He's also like the main character of Justice League: The New Frontier, which is one of the best animated
I'm gonna rewatch that movie soon.
movies, me too, of all time, and probably DC's best animated movie in my opinion so far. I really want them to do some adaptation of that for a Justice League movie in the future. I think that'd be perfect. I think Starro is the main villain, and of that right at the end of it.
Oh, Justice League New Frontier?
So they can't really do that because, spoiler for the Squad movie, I'm not going to say the name of it. I don't know if I'm supposed to on YouTube. He he dies in that movie, and they kind of confirmed that those events, at least that he
Right.
was in
Lead into.
in that they lead into like Creature Commandos, and that happened in this universe. So they'd have to pick a different villain, but I do really want to see an adaptation of that.
Yeah, for sure.
All right, everybody, we're gonna go over our final thoughts now. One thing that I didn't get to talk about yet is when I went each time, I got a different thing, like a different little souvenir. And the first time I got a cup. You might be able to see it right there. It lights up, but the light up is dead right now. But the second time I got this little Daily Planet pin. The third time I got a Superman popcorn bucket that the camera's actually on right now. So it's used as a tripod right now.
Superman is holding up the camera at
Yes.
this current moment.
Look up.
Look up.
Yes. And then the fourth time I got a kryptonite drink. It was like a tropical green drink. And the fifth time today I just got that little Superman keychain you might be able to see over there. So yeah, that's the movie was amazing, and very, very glad I got to see it.
Wando?
It was a really good movie. Like I said, there was a lot of Easter eggs in it. There was a lot to it. So I can't really pay it justice by just saying that it was a great movie. I mean, but it is a really good movie. You should check it out. Royal?
Yeah, same. I was really good. I don't go to many movies. I don't see very many new movies, and I don't go to them in theaters either. But I really enjoyed this, and I'm so glad that I went. Superman's my top two favorite characters.
That's what's
number
up.
number one is Flash, Barry Allen. I love Flash.
Nice.
But Superman's close second, and I think this movie did him really good justice. It's not like the perfect movie or anything, but it's great. It's great for being the first movie in a franchise, setting up all these characters, and to be about Superman, one of the most influential and not criticized, but easy to mess up characters.
Yes.
And for the 99% of people to walk out of the movie and to say it's a great movie, that's a really good. It's
Yeah.
really good, and I'm really excited for the future of DC.
Me
and
too.
James Gunn.
Also, a throwback. I'm kind of glad though that it started off as like he finally got defeated. Now that you mention that, like he finally got defeated, and in this, and it makes him more of a character instead of like a god.
Mm-hmm.
So it
That's what he is. He's a character.
Yeah.
Right.
Or no, he's a human. He's human.
Yeah,
Essentially.
he's able to be like defeated, but he always comes
He gets
back.
back.
Gets
right,
back up.
right.
Right.
Yeah.
So.
Like he's not like a god that is all powerful. He's just like everybody else. He's got his own weaknesses and everything, and that kind of plays off with what we were talking about with the like parents, like him not just looking to the stars and looking to his Kryptonian roots, but he's starting to understand that he's a part of everybody here. He's not just one being.
Yeah. One quick thing that you were talking about earlier, Wando, that like this movie like was nostalgic, and like that made me kind of think that like it like showed homage and respect for what happened in the past, and I really think it did. One of the ways they did that, an Easter egg, you were saying it had a lot of Easter eggs, is that the son of Christopher Reeve, I don't know his name, but he played a reporter in the movie briefly as like an Easter egg, and I'm pretty sure he's a reporter in real life, so that was really cool to see that and learn about that.
Yeah. It's a lot of tributes, a lot of Easter eggs, a lot of comic book stuff, and I really enjoyed that. So.
Me too. All right, guys, thank you for joining us once again. I'm Marvelous.
And Kwando,
I'm Royal.
like and subscribe, and come back for more content.
Like and subscribe to Royal Soul YouTube channel.
Marvelous movie.
And Quando.
Have a good one, guys.
See ya.
See you next time.
Cool.
Now we gotta do the.
Oh, guys, it wasn't recording. No.
Let's say everything we just said back to us.
I think it's only 38 minutes. We should be able to run that back, right?
38 minutes? That's Star Wars. This is Superman. We have to sing Superman.
Go.
Well, now I gotta make a YouTube channel called Royal Soul. Because I don't have one.
And then Malachi, you take your glasses off. Really.
Oh, yeah.
I don't have glasses. Shoot.
Now, don't forget to look up, guys.
That's right.